Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Last time we spoke about the timeline and we discussed the present simple tense, and today we're speaking about the past simple tense. Fine. Why would you like to learn about the tenses? يعني ليه لازم تتعلم الأزمنة? So as you can speak well about any situation at any time or at any point of time عشان تقدر تتكلم عن أي موقف في أي وقت زمني حصل فيه الموقف ده. So let's start. As you can see, this is called timeline. اللي أمامنا ده اسمه timeline أو الخط الزمني. Today we're discussing the past. بنتكلم عن الماضي اليوم. Now covers the present tense, all the present tense, and the future is something else or something different. الباست أو الماضي في أشكال كتيرة متعددة. But today we are speaking about the past simple tense. النهاردة بنتكلم عن زمن الماضي البسيط فقط. So in English we have more than one verb tense to talk about the past. Today we are covering the past simple, only the past simple tense. Okay. So when you use the past simple, we need to think about verb to be, or as some people like to call verb to be, regular verbs and irregular verbs. لما نيجي نتكلم عن زمن الماضي البسيط لازم نتكلم عن verb to be اللي هو فعل يكون، و regular verbs الأفعال المنتظمة، و irregular verbs الأفعال غير منتظمة. And we will discover more about them. هنتعلم عنهم دلوقتي إن شاء الله. We also need to think about positive sentence or affirmative الإثبات, negative sentence النفي, and questions or interrogative اللي هو الاستفهام. Let's start with verb to be. Verb to be أو فعل يكون فعل من الأفعال القوية جدا في اللغة الإنجليزية والأكثر استخداما. It's very common. Verb to be in positive sentences or affirmative, like when you say I was, or you were, or he, she, it was, or we were, or they were. I was, like I was a student. Once I was a student. كنت. You were. أنت كنت. You were a student. كنت طالب. Or she was, for example. Okay, let's practice. يعني خلينا نضرب مع بعض أو نحل التمرين ده مع بعض. Last weekend I at my grandmother's house. I was. She space very happy to see me. She was very happy to see me. And I happy to see her too. I was very happy to see her too. My cousins. خلي بالك هنا my cousins اتنين مش أو أكتر من اتنين. So you have to say my cousins were. My cousins were there too. We were together all the weekend. It was a nice weekend. شوف الحل مع بعض اللي احنا لسه حالينه دلوقتي. الجمل موجودة أمامكم بالحلول والverbs موجود تحتها خط، الأفعال تحتها خط عشان تكون أوضح بالنسبة ليكم. Now let's look at the negative sentence. طب لو أنا حبيت أعمل جملة منفية، يعني أنا بقول إنه غير صحيح أو غير موجود أو غير يعني عكس الأفيرماتيف. Simply you add not. إذا كنت بتتكلم عن verb to be أو بنستخدم verb to be فببساطة بنضيف not على verb to be. So I was not. I was not. ده بنسميها long form أو صيغة طويلة، لكن لو هنختصرها تقول I wasn't. يعني I was not a student or I wasn't a student. You were not or you weren't. He was not or he wasn't. We were not or we weren't. They were not or they weren't. في long form صيغة طويلة بنستخدم فيها الverbs like was and not، وفي صيغة قصيرة زي wasn't. So was not long form الكونتراكشن بتاعها أو الاختصار بتاعها is wasn't. Were not. weren't. Okay. وكملاحظة عامة بالنسبة للفورمال انجلش لما تيجي تتكلم الافضل انك تستخدم الكونتراكشن، تقول I wasn't. لكن في الرايتنج لما تيجي تكتب الافضل انك تستخدم اللونج فورم وتقول I was not or we were not. Okay, another practice with verb to be but using the negative, and here we go with the answers. You can see them, you can practice at home. Okay, moving on to the questions. الأسئلة أو طريقة عمل الأسئلة. When be is the main verb, we use was or were to make questions. لما يكون verb to be هو المين verb الفعل الرئيسي فبنستخدم was or were to make the questions. Like, were you happy? Was she there? Were you? Were they? طبعا النوع الquestions دي اللي هي short questions تحتاج short answers. Yes or no questions تحتاج short answers. Yes or no. Okay. But we can use them with WH questions as well, like where were you? Where was I? Who were we with? And how was my weekend? How many cousins were together? نقدر نستخدمها مع WH questions أو الكلمات الاستفهامية زي where, who, how, when. Okay, these are the answers to the previous practice. دي الأجوبة للتدريب السابق. احنا قرأناهم مع بعض already. ان شاء الله لما بشير الفيديو هتلاقي اللينك ده للبراكتس فتقدر تدخل تتدرب او تدخلي تتدربي على التدريبات اللي موجودة. Okay, now with regular verbs. يعني ايه regular verbs؟ regular verbs يعني أفعال إذا وضعتها في الماضي أضفت إليها ed. as simple as that. منتهى البساطة. يبقى regular verbs هي الأفعال اللي في الماضي البسيط بتنتهي ed. For example, start, want, end. You can see there are some pronunciation rules. في واحد من الفيديوهات السابقة اتكلمنا عن ال pronunciation rules لإضافة ال ed لنهاية الأفعال. we'll talk about this one. When the verbs end in ته or ده, الساوند يكون ته or ده, we add an extra syllable. بنضيف مقطع زائد اللي هو id. For example, started, wanted, ended. So you have like another syllable added to the verb. بيكون عندك مقطع إضافي أضفته للverb لما يكون بينتهي بالده أو بالته. وإحنا بنقول ده أو ته لأنه مش بنتكلم عن D as a letter و T as a letter. مش بنتكلم عن D كحرف وال T كحرف ولكن بنتكلم عن sound. Okay, cook, finish, miss. Cook, finish, miss. When you add ed, how do you pronounce these verbs? Okay, when they end with a voiceless consonant يعني الحرف الثابت الأخير هو voiceless يعني مش طالع من الحنجرة. So you read or you pronounce it and you pronounce the ed just like ته. تقرأ ال ed في النهاية just like ته. For example, you have cooked, finished, and missed. Cooked, finished, missed. Okay. Now play, open, and cool. When you add da or ed, it is just read as da. لما بنضيف ال ed ليها بتقرأ فقط كده. Okay, not just like ended, for example. So we have played, opened, cooled. just ده يعني فقط بيقرأ الحرف البي أو الساوند بتاع الدي. ده برضو فيديو من الفيديوز اللي هتكون موجودة قدامكم إن شاء الله في مع الفيديو كلينك فتقدر تتفرج عليه. أوكي. some spelling rules. بعض ال spelling rules اللي لازم ناخد بالنا منها لما نيجي نعمل ال past simple إنه إذا كان الverb بينتهي ب e just like, save, smile مش بنضيف ed بس بنضيف d. For example, liked, saved, smiled. Okay, when irregular verbs end with consonant plus y. لما يكون في consonant يعني حرف ساكن plus y. عشان نعرف الكونسونانتس لازم نعرف الفاولز. الفاولز اللي هي الحروف المتحركة اللي هي A E O U. A E I O U. لما نيجي نعمل الباست simple للverb اللي بينتهي بconsonant plus y, you have to change the y to I. For example, you have carry, المفروض انها بتنتهي ب y. In the past it is carried. It is carried. You change y to I. try ends with y وقبل ال y في consonant في حرف ساكن فبتقلب ال y إلى I. tried. hurry تنتهي ب y وعشان هي بتنتهي ب y وقبلها حرف ساكن زي ال r بتقلب ال y إلى I فتصير hurried. stop, clap and hug. Irregular verbs that end in consonant vowel. consonant vowel consonant يعني بتنتهي بساكن متحرك ساكن. we double the final consonant. بنعمل doubling للفاينل consonant. For example, stopped بنعمل doubling للP. clapped, hug بنعمل doubling للG. Okay, that's a practice for cook. How would you write that? Last weekend, I dinner for my family. How would you write that? How would you say that? That's correct. I cooked. Take care. It's I cooked with ta sound. Do not say I cooked. It's I cooked dinner for my family. Study. الverb study ends with y بينتهي ب y and it is preceded by a consonant. قبلها consonant أو حرف ساكن. So we have to do what? We have to change y to I. That's correct. So yesterday, my friends and I studied for our test. Okay, another example with finish. So my sister, yes, that's correct, finished all her homework last night. The same with the start. We started late. Now let's look at irregular verbs. Irregular verbs مرة تانية احنا قلنا regular verbs هي الverbs أو الأفعال التي تنتهي بإيدي في الماضي. Irregular verbs ليس لها نهايات محددة في الماضي and you have to learn them as they are ولازم تتعلمهم زي ما هم. الpositive أو الaffirmative like go, do, see, write, drive, come and get. كل دي irregular verbs. ليه بنسميها irregular verbs؟ لأنه ليس لها نهاية منتظمة أو محددة في الماضي البسيط. Go, the passive go is went. And then do, the passive do is did. And then see, the passive see is saw. And then we come to write. And guess what? The passive write is wrote. And then drive. Do not say drive, it's drove. And we have come. It is came. You change the O to A, came. Then you have get. It is got. Okay? These are some irregular verbs. And there is a link for irregular verbs too. Now, here are some sentences with regular and irregular verbs. Give yourself a try. Take your time. Last month, my father spaced me a gift. What do you think? So it's last month. My father, what's the passive give? It's gave. What's the passive buy? It's bought. What's the passive cost? It does not change. That's another kind of irregular verbs. ده نوع تاني من أنواع irregular verbs أو الأفعال الغير منتظمة. It does not change, like coast, coast, let, put, hit. They do not change. Okay, let's look at the answers. Here we go. These are the answers. Okay. Another link that will be very useful to you. Now, the negative sentences, we usually use didn't. Okay? Unless you have verb to be. إلا إذا كان في verb to be اللي هو was or were فبنقول wasn't or weren't. But if it's just like if we say I sold something yesterday يعني بعت شيء أمس, so you say I did not sell. فإذا كان في verb to be was or were we use them. إذا ما كانش في verb to be we use did. Okay, I didn't eat. You didn't watch. She didn't go. He didn't play. It didn't coast. We didn't cook. They didn't walk. خلي بالك إنه after we use did or didn't you have to use the infinitive. بعد didn't أو did لازم تستخدم مصدر الفعل. ما ينفعش تستخدم الفعل في الماضي أو بيكون مع أي إضافات. It has to be in the infinitive form. لازم يكون في صيغة المصدر. يعني you have to say I didn't eat. You cannot say I didn't eat. I didn't eat. It's I didn't eat. Okay. That's another practice. Remember, it's in the negative. So in 2009, I didn't know you. Rain, yesterday it rained. So in the past, it would be rained. In the negative past, it would be it didn't rain. And what's the past of eat? It's ate. Would you say last night my sister didn't eat? Or would you say my sister didn't eat? Yes, that's correct. My sister didn't eat. Okay. Now, how would you read this? Some of you will say live, some will say live, and both are correct. الاثنين صح, live and live. But here when you say when my father was young, he didn't live in this city. يعني ما كانش أو لم يعيش في المدينة دي. لكن live معناها بث مباشر. When you say the match is live يعني بث المباراة مباشرة. So live is an adjective, meanwhile live is a verb. Live صفة تعني مباشر ولكن live فعل معناه يعيش. When my father was young, he didn't live in the city. Take, this morning I took the bus or I did not take the bus. يعني إذا كنا بنتكلم في البوزيتيف أو affirmative هنقول I took the bus. لو كانت negative هنقول I did not take the bus. This is negative, so would say I didn't take the bus. Okay, Cole did not call me. My friends did not call me last weekend. I don't know why. And these are some activities that would be very useful to you too. Okay, now questions in the past. Okay, keep this in mind that you use verb to do, which is did in the past with all the questions. Did I see you? When did you do? When did you come? When did you buy? Did it work? Did we talk? Why did they tell him the truth? So it is verb to do in the past, which is did. طيب, can I use other verbs? Yes, you can use other verbs. ممكن نستخدم أفعال تانية كتير, just like verb to be. Okay, where were you? Could you do that? So we can use other verbs, but mainly بصفة رئيسية verb to do in the past اللي هو did هو أكثر الأفعال استخداما في past simple. Now try some questions. Where did you put your cell phone? He tell. Why? Why did he tell that terrible joke? هنا في خطأ ممكن ناس كتير ترتكبه. احنا هنا سؤال why did he tell that terrible joke? That's a question. Okay. Some of you might say why did he, and they make a mistake which is a fatal mistake and they change tell to told. استخدم tell في الماضي told. هو بيفكر انه بيعمل سؤال في الماضي فيستخدم told. Remember انه احنا after did you have to use the infinitive. Why did he tell? Why did he say? Why did he come? Why did he go? You eat. How many cookies did you eat? اوكي طبعا ممكن نستخدم tense تاني لما مع السؤال ده. ممكن نقول how many cookies have you eaten. بس ده معناه انه انت لسه قاعد بتاكل قدامك الجار اوف كوكيز كوكيز وانت قاعد بتاكل فيها وتيجي والدتك تسالك how many cookies have you eaten لان انت لسه قاعد بتاكل. بس انت لو خلصت اكل خلاص واكتشفوا الجريمه بعدين فيكون how many cookies did you eat. اوكي. And you buy, what color shoes did you buy? Did she do her homework? Is that correct? Yes. Did she do her homework? Yes, she did. Okay. They arrive when at the airport. When at the airport. بنعمل سؤال يبقى لازم verb to do in the past which is did. When did they arrive at the airport? That's correct. And another activities that will help you study. Okay, and these are very useful videos too. They're very, very useful to you. They will help you master the past simple tense. Okay, this part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. Okay, another link or links to more quizzes to help you check your learning and understanding. I hope you like this presentation. ومرة تانية to sum it up عشان نلخص اللي احنا قلناه. The past simple tense is a tense that you speak about something that happened in the past. شيء حصل في الماضي. It's indefinite time يعني الوقت مش محدد بالضبط يعني. So you speak about it using the past simple tense. طب في أزمنة تانية نقدر نستخدمها في الكلام عن الماضي. Yes, but this is our next lesson, inshallah. Thank you, everybody. I hope this was useful to you, and see you next time. Assalamu alaikum.